Welcome back to we officially named it, to the indoor Soloflex government building. We are still reading Peter Brown's The Wild Robot. I have my coffee. I have my book. I hope that I'm not talking to myself and there's a few people out there watching this. So let's get straight in. Chapter 36, The Gosling Grows. Bright Bill soon forgot about the incident with Rockmouth, and he spent the mornings cruising around the pond with the other goslings. He was becoming a great little swimmer. He was also becoming a great little speaker. "Hello, my name is Bright Bill," he would say to anyone who would listen. The gosling was small for his age, and he always would be. But he was growing bigger and stronger by the day. His increasing size was matched by his increasing appetite. He gobbled down grass and berries and nuts and leaves. Sometimes he'd snack on little insects. If it was edible, Bright Bill would eat it. And even if it wasn't edible, he might eat it anyways. Roz felt something like fright the first time she saw Bright Bill swallowing pebbles on the beach. She was holding him upside down, hoping the pebbles would fall out of his mouth, when Loudwing stepped in. "Put that gosling down," she said with a laugh. "It's perfectly natural for Bright Bill to eat a few pebbles. They'll help him digest his food. But not too many, okay, little one?" Like most youngsters, Bright Bill was incredibly curious. He explored the garden and the pond and the forest floor. And he would occasionally explore neighboring homes. He'd waddle down a little hole in the ground to say hello to whoever was there. "Hello, my name is Bright Bill." And then a long robot arm would reach in and pull the gosling back outside. "Sorry to bother you," Roz would say in her friendliest voice. The mother and the son slipped into a good nighttime routine. While the gosling slept, the robot might tend to the fire if it were cool out, or gently fan him if it was warm out. If he woke up hungry or thirsty, Roz brought him food or water. And whenever he had nightmares, she was always there to rock him back to sleep. Chapter 37, The Squirrel. Or, as I like to say, the Squezzerl. A little known fact that's 100% not true: squirrels normally have one of two names: Sparky or Princess. However, we're going to meet a squirrel with a different name, and my fact I already told you wasn't true. So, Chapter 37, The Squirrel. A small squirrel was scurrying along the garden. Bright Bill had never seen her before. He peered out from the nest and watched her bounce across the lawn. After a minute of spying, the gosling shook his tail feathers, and waddled outside. "Hello, my name is Bright Bill." The squirrel froze. Then she slowly turned around. Then she started to talk. "Hi, Bright Bill. My name's Chit Chat, and I'm 12-and-a-half-week-old squirrel, and I am new around here, and your home is really big, and I don't understand why smoke sometimes comes out of it." Reader, I'm not sure how Chit Chat got enough air into her lungs to go on like that, and I'm not sure how Bright Bill had the patience to listen. But he stood there and politely nodded as Chit Chat rambled on and on and on. "And sometimes I see you waddling behind a funny-looking mother, and you seem so nice that I thought I'd come down and introduce myself, and now I'm nervous and I'm talking too much, and my name is Chit Chat, and I think I already said that. My name's Chit Chat." There was a pleasant silence. Bright Bill stood on one foot for a moment, and then the gosling took a deep breath and said, "It's very nice to meet you, Chit Chat. I don't think you talk too much. I think you talk just enough, and I like you, so let's be friends." A big smile appeared on the squirrel's tiny face. For once, Chit Chat was speechless. 2 chapters? 2 very fast You know what? Bonus day. 1 more chapter. Mostly because it's not even a page long. Chapter 38, The New Friendship. Chit Chat wasn't speechless long. She'd already been alive for a whole 12-and-a-half weeks, and she wanted to tell Bright Bill every little exciting and every little boring thing that had ever happened to her. And so, the new friends played and explored and ate together. The squirrel shared her stories. "I was born on the other side of the hill, and then last week I decided that I was ready to build my first dryer, and that's what you call a squirrel nest, and now I live in the trees with a weird little bump on his trunk," she said while the two of them kicked pebbles on the pond. "One time a weasel chased me through the treetops until he missed a branch, and he fell all the way down and he crashed in a bush, and I walked away, and he was all wobbly and never bothered me again," she said while the two of them crawled through a hollow log. "Ew, gross. I saw you eat an ant once, and I ate a gnat by accident, and I didn't like it, and I mostly eat acorns and bark and tree buds and sometimes yummy berries that grow in your garden," she said while the two of them took a snack break. But Chit Chat was a good listener, was as good a listener as she was a talker. And whenever it was Bright Bill's turn to speak, she'd keep quiet and hang on to his every word. Do you know who enjoyed the conversations the most of all? Our robot Roz. The protective mother was never far away, and she felt something like amusement at the silly conversation she overheard, and she felt something like happiness as her son made such a good friend. I promise you, because I know it for a fact, your parents like listening to you. They like the way your brain thinks. They like the things that you say. They like the way you interact with your friends. They like the things you say when you think nobody's listening. I do too. I miss you guys. See you later.